So at this point in time, it's safe to say Halo Infinite is kind of a complete failure, and we're gonna get into that later in this video. First, we just want to talk about how I guess we're Halo YouTubers. We're in a bit of a weird place.
I guess we're Halo YouTubers. It's more of just how YouTube works. If you stay in a niche and you create a certain type of video under some kind of subject, for us Halo, YouTube better sends out, it just knows who to recommend your videos to, and they do better. And as soon as if you stray out of your niche, YouTube doesn't really know what to do with that video.
We're trying to play other games, but they just get absolutely
ranched by the algorithm.
Just buried.
And we were really hoping Infinite was going to slap, and we had really high expectations for it. Seemingly everyone that everyone that I've seen online, even other people in the Halo community, are just like, they don't know what to do. The game is so boring.
Even other people are like, yeah, time to go try something else.
I'm questioning on whether, everyone has this idea that, once Halo Infinite, in a couple of years when Halo Infinite gets all the updates, when it gets all the content that we're missing, it's going to be a great game and it's going to thrive. But that isn't that's not a fact. That's speculation. But also, under what pretense do we have to assume that the game is going to even get to this point that we can all picture in our heads? Can the game even get to that point based off of what we've seen from 343 so far, and just the code that the game's made on, and how the game, just the management of the game and all that stuff, is the actual code of the game, can it get to the point where we want to? Because all we've seen so far is limitations.
This is what we know so far. They're not fixing the big problems we've complained about. Every time they're asked about the big problems, they kind of dance around the question like a politician being asked something. They kind of just beat around it and don't actually answer the question. Just recently, they released an update regarding desync, and
it's a very long article.
Essentially, they said...
Very long on the surface.
Yeah, they just went blah, 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 technical stuff. At the end of it, it was just yeah, we're going to try to reduce ping, but we can't really fix desync, is essentially what they said.
It's the same thing we get for a lot of the concerns we have with the game. We're going to look into that.
Yeah, it's always, we're going to look into it, blah, blah, blah.
We're investigating that. The UI does not allow that to happen. I'm at the point where I don't think the game that we picture in our heads, all these updates or all these fixes that we're getting, they're not going to fix them. They already kind of addressed that theater mode is going to get slightly fixed, but it's staying how it is.
Yeah, no, they said custom games and theater is getting stability tweaks, but there's not going to be any overhaul that we're all imagining. So you're never going to get theater like you had in the old ones. You're never going to get custom games like you had in the old ones. That's done deal.
I don't think they can fix it without going to the studs and pulling this thing back to alpha or before that.
Yeah, they got restart in order to do that.
With that, how many other things are we not going to get?
I mean, they can't even make a roadmap.
We're still haven't got a roadmap.
When is that coming? It's a couple pictures and just a rough estimate of timelines when stuff's coming. A roadmap. I can make you a roadmap right now.
No, they can't.
Open up Photoshop and slap a couple pictures.
Do you want to know why they can't? Because roadmaps commit to dates, and they literally cannot do that. And I'm not blaming anybody right now. I'm straight up not blaming anyone. This is just what the situation they're in. They almost they're trying. It takes so long to make the smallest updates to this game. Fabian mentioned this in his most recent video, which is really well done. I'd consider checking it out. It's basically Halo Infinite, a live service game without the service. And he basically says that he doesn't believe in the code. He thinks the code in this game, and which a lot of people are starting to think, that the code is just such a shit show that any, what we consider minor changes to the game take an insane amount of time.
The code, the management, it's a complete disaster. And in my opinion, 343 and Microsoft have pretty much at this point killed their beloved franchise.
I don't see this game having a resurgence like a lot of people expect it to at this point, because you know what I think is coming next, and we all kind of have in the back of our heads, we all know this is coming, and that is the delay to co-op campaign in Forge mode. Further than we already have, we already have they're already delayed, but I think they're going to delay them again.
When we started making videos criticizing Infinite and 343, when you go into the comments, it was 50-50. Some people would be like, finally, someone's saying something, and the other 50% would be like, fuck you guys, fucking that's my favorite game. And then, but now you go down in the comments and just every single I can't find a comment that's oh, you guys are idiots. Everyone is just on the same page where it's I'm just exhausted of this game. Oh, I've moved on. I've uninstalled. I just don't care anymore. Blah, blah, blah. It's depressing. Unfortunately, for us, coming back to the start of the video, we've kind of attached ourselves to this sinking ship because apparently we are Halo YouTubers.
We're Halo YouTubers. That's the majority of our subscribers. I know like a lot of boys will watch anything, but a majority of our subscribers are from Halo videos. I'm coming to the terms now with the Halo as a franchise is a sinking ship. It's looking dark for a lot of the, you know, main shooter genre. The entire shooter genre is pretty played out right now. This game, it's supposed to be a 10-year game. I don't think it can be. I don't think it has the legs. There's a lot of pessimism in the community. It's hard to be positive, but I just don't see this game, you know, having a resurgence like, you know, we hope it does. Because, you know, we've all played, we all experienced the fun. It's become a meme at this point. The core gameplay is great, but everything around it, oh god.
And there's nothing they can do about it because the platform, the code, the base, the foundation it's built on is shit.
Halo Infinite is a beautiful house with a beautiful view of what could be a beautiful future, but unfortunately it's built upon a steaming pile of shit that's slowly sliding into the ocean, and god damn it, we're in that house.